Pete Davidson says he learned that his father, Scott Davidson, a New York City firefighter, on 911 when he saw it on television. Pete Davidson says overcoming childhood trauma is a journey. The 29-year-old comedian spoke with John Bernthal about the ups and downs of surfing with celebrities on the Real Things podcast. She's learned not to fix internet narratives about herself because she can't control them and focuses on things she can control, like surrounding herself with people who love her. Now that done that, she's faced with a different, even more unexpected, dilemma, happy and not used to feeling that way after living in discomfort for so long. "It's weird to be happy," said the Saturday Night Live graduate. "I was at home the other day, was talking to my daughter, Chase Sway Wonders, and my friends I were like, I feel so weird, like something is going wrong. I said, no problem." After her firefighter father, Scott Davidson, on 911, Davidson said she had done a lot of trauma therapy to work with these feelings, which stemmed from childhood PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. "The sentence my therapist and I agreed upon this. Dad said he was going to pick me up from school on September 11th, she says, going back to her hometown of Staten Island, New York, when she just 7 years old. "He kept saying, my mother took me. She didn't tell me what happened for like 3 days. My father is at work, he's coming home." The King of Staten Island star continued to detail the gruesome way he learned. He said that his mother said he was grounded and was not allowed to watch television. He knew he was doing something wrong, so he thought it would be okay to watch some TV in secret. "One night I turned on the TV, I just saw my father on TV. They say, these are all firefighters who," he recalled hearing. Davidson didn't know how to talk to his mother about it or how handle it. Plus, weeks after the terrorist attacks, there was hope of finding more survivors in the wreckage. "We didn't know he for about 3 weeks," he said. "They were finding people, they were pulling people out of, and there was just some kind of hope. It was bumpy and nobody knew how to deal with it." She doesn't blame her mother, Amy Davidson, for whom she remained close and closed as a housemate even amid SNL and movie fame. "My mom was 30, I'm about to be," she said. "So as I get older, I say, dude, my mom was amazing. She really loves me." Nobody knew the right way to deal with it, and whether that was right or wrong, she still had the kid or whatever. Davidson, who has a younger sister, Casey Davidson, said that confusing her PTSD with BPD, or borderline personality disorder, left her with a fear of abandonment. She said, "You know, my dad says he'll come and get you. He won't take you for life. And Hollywood isn't such a great place to learn this skill, mate," he said with a laugh. The industry, which is famous for its toughness, said that even though it's the worst place for me to grow up, I love it. He's a working actor in comics. "But that's where the work comes from, so I have a hard time trusting and believing people, and it's been a problem my whole life." Acknowledging that had self-harmed until a year as a child, she said worked hard to reprogram her brain and dispel insecurities. "It's still pretty bad where everything is either great or the worst thing in the world," she said of her mentality. "I needed to learn that if something small went wrong, it didn't mean the whole ship was sunk." Davidson said it's hard to get used to what people say about her, especially the criticism. For example, he referred to his father in his stand-up routine, and people called it exploitative. "People will be like, oh, he's probably always talking about his father," she said. "It's like, yo, I've made 2 jokes about my father in like 15 years. Acting like, I feel sorry for myself. Dad. And it makes me feel so small and tight. I'm just trying to share little jokes about him here, because I like to keep the memory alive. My dad was a great guy. Why would that be a problem? I'm getting defensive. It's my family." On a lighter note, she said she could never get used to the public attention and criticism regarding her love life. "I'm in my 20s, I've dated people, and for some reason it's so crazy interesting to people," she said. "I've been in show business half my life. I've been on a national TV show for almost 15 years, and I've dated like 10 people in 12 years." Davidson, whose exes include such famous women as Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande and Emily Ratajkowski, said that her love life, has become the only thing everyone talks about, and it's confusing because I don't use Instagram. I'm not on social media or anything. With these people I'm dating I met at work. I wasn't in anyone's DMs. I had no one in mind. I worked in one of 5 Hollywood epicenters where you meet people. That's exactly who I was working with, and who I was with. That's how it happens. Davidson has been associated with wonders since late last year, and is now part of the happiness she is experiencing in her life. The couple starred together in the 2022 movie Bodies. If you someone you know is struggling with self-harm, call text the National Alliance on Mental Illness helpline at 800-950-6264, call text 988.